And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at Fluff. Fluff is from the folks who made Bananagrams, and it's called Liar's Dice. Yeah, Liar's Dice, a game I've reviewed. I think this is like the 6th time I've reviewed this game over my career, because there's always new variations on Liar's Dice. So Fluff is another version of Liar's Dice. It's pretty much straight Liar's Dice. You're saying I never even heard of Liar's Dice. Well, fantastic. No worries. Let me explain how Fluff is played. Each player is going to get a cup, and in that cup they're going to have 5 dice. These dice are numbered 2 through 6, and instead of a 1 there is an animal face, and this is wild. Each round of the game, all players are going to roll their dice and secretly look at what they have. So let's say I look at this, I'm like, ooh, not so bad, I got this. So I'll say, you know what, I think amongst all the dice that are out here, there are 4 4s. Orange looks at his dice. He's like, well, there probably are 4 4s. I got 3 of them here. So he'll say, you know what, I think there are 6 4s. Green looks at his dice. Green has 1 4. No, he's like, 6 seems right. He's like, you know what, I'll say there are actually 7 2s. So what you can do is you can raise the number of dice, or you can raise the number on them. So if someone says 7 2s, you could say 7 4s. But you can't ever go down in number. You can only go up in number or up on the pips on the die. So 7 2s. This player has 1 2. He's like, I'll go with 7 5s. This player's like, well, I got 2 5s here. He's like 8 4s. Orange is like, maybe there are 8 4s. 9 4s. Green thinks there's no way there are 9 4s, so he says Fluff. At this point, everyone reveals how many they have. There are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 4s. There are not 9 4s. So orange loses a die because green called him out. If orange had been correct and there had been 9 4s, then green would have lost a die. Now, you can call Fluff on your turn, but you can also call Fluff when it's not your turn. Red could have just shouted it out. But if you're wrong, then you'll lose 2 dice. If you're right, the other person still only loses 1. Once the dice have been removed, you will start another round, and you're going to keep going till there's only 1 player left. And then, so when everyone has lost all their dice, whoever has dice left over is the winner of the game. Of all the Liar's Dice variants I've ever gotten, this is the nicest. These cups are great. You can shake them like this and look at the dice. You can shake them like this. The dice are really good quality dice. It's just a nice production. And then when you're done, you simply take them and put them in the insert. Boom, boom, boom. And then magnetically clasp it. Done. It is a fantastic production. I know my dice folks, and these dice are super high quality. They're just great all around. Production for this is really an A+. There you go. Short and simple. It's an easy game to play, and it's a lot of fun. If you've never played one of these games, you're sitting there, you're bluffing everybody else, and you can look at your own, and it gets really tense when you're down to a few dice. I have 1 die, you have 1 die, we both roll the dice. I look, mine's a 5. I go, there are 1 6s. 1 6, there's 1 6, and you say, well, and you look at your die, and it's a 6. You're like, well, yeah, he's right. But then is his a 6? Should I say 2 6s? What do I do? It's really interesting when it gets down to the end. Now, the component quality for this is fantastic. Here's the rub. I would put this in the Dice Tower library easily, except it's only 4 players. And Liar's Dice works extremely well, all the way up to 6 players. I wish there were 2 sets of this. In the rule book, they're like, hey, you get 2 sets and play together. Sure, but then you have the same colors. Yeah, maybe I will get another set, and who cares if 2 people have the same color, but I wouldn't mind if there were 4 new colors, and then you could play 8 players. That'd be fantastic. What's different about Fluff than Liar's Dice? The only thing I can see that's different in this particular version, one is in the rules it says if you can't win, cheat, which, whatever. But also, you can call someone out of turn. I haven't seen that before, and so in this particular case, you can call someone out of turn, and then you lose 2 dice if you're wrong. That's kind of an interesting thing. That's like a rule you could add to any liar's dice. There's also some rules that are missing. In this case, you can't just say wilds. In some versions of liar's dice, you can. You can't like just say 3 wilds. You also can't re-roll your dice, and in some versions of liar's dice, you can. But wow, the production for this one is amazing. So that's Fluff. If you've never played liar's dice before, it is a great way to jump into it. If you have, I'm not sure this one's worth getting over whatever your current version is, but it sure is pretty. Dice Tower Judgment approved.